I've been working in cutting rooms for 24 years now, and every single job I've had has been an Avid show. Hi, my name is Maria Gonzales. I am one of the editors on the show Shogun. And alongside my co-editor, Aika Miyake, I was nominated for an Emmy for episode 10, A Dream in the Dream. What I most enjoyed about working on Shogun was it was a dream come true to work on an epic costume drama. Even as a little kid, I think watching shows like that was like, maybe someday, and it actually happened. But truly from the moment, Justin reached out to me, Justin Marks is the showrunner, to check on my availability, I knew it was going to be a special take on the classic novel. And indeed, once we started seeing the scripts and once the dailies started trickling in, we knew we were working on something really special. The show put so much effort into authenticity and really wanted to represent Japanese culture in its best light. And of course, as a woman who's been in the industry for over 20 years, I really enjoyed working on a show with strong female characters, multifaceted female characters. That is also a little bit of a dream come true. So the reason we submitted episode 10, Aika and I actually had a lot of discussions. We each have episodes that we worked on that we're proud of. But part of what's special about episode 10 is that it really represents also the friendship and the collaboration that the two of us achieved throughout the course of the show. But editorially, it's not the quote unquote flashiest episode, but it is also what makes it in some ways the most difficult. We have a number of really long dialogue scenes, which I, as an editor, feel like is kind of the most challenging aspect of editing. Trying to find the right pace and make it still a very playable episode. And I think we succeeded in that. Well, I'm working on another show. I'm grateful I'm working, but I sort of lost track of days. And I thought the nominations were coming up the next day. But then I received a text message from my mentor and good friend, Dana Globerman, an editor who I assisted for many years. And she sent me a link to the Emmys page, and I clicked on it, but on my phone I didn't see anything. I was like, what is this? And she's like, keep scrolling. So that's when I basically saw that Aika and I were nominated, and it was just really thrilling. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. I absolutely love editing and love being involved in editing, but it's never really quite the goal, like, oh, someday I want to get an Emmy or someday this or that. But so to actually have your work acknowledged is a really special feeling. And my family was just super excited. My son, my mom, I have a lot of family in former Yugoslavia. They were kind of going crazy. So yeah, it's kind of feels like a big deal. One of the big challenges is that it is sort of a wrap-up episode, and we go through some really massive dialogue scenes where, we show Toranaga's reveal. Blackthorn as a character has like a sort of a big moment as well. And it was just trying to find the right tone, the right pace for the episode that's actually a very sort of talky 1 hour episode. Thankfully, initially it was my episode, but I got really busy with some of the other episodes on the show. So Aika and I joined forces on it, and I'm just so grateful because we ended up having a really wonderful collaboration on it. We cut Shogun on Media Composer, and obviously was instrumental in us editing the show. One of the tools inside of Media Composer that we used a lot across the board were the markers, because initially every line of dialogue was marked with a marker. And the text was added in the marker description. The white markers identified lines that were good to go. Black markers identified any sort of flubs. And our Japanese assistant, Masami, would actually explain what was the problem with the line. Actually, those markers didn't end up just there. They were exported and then re-imported into like a Google Doc, and then from there we created subcaps. So we were using the subcap feature as well on the show. Every single piece of daily had subtitles on them that were adjustable, and were a big part of, obviously, getting the show done. My advice to young people would be just keep doing it. You know, we're in a really different world than when I started out. There's so many opportunities to cut independently. There's so many different opportunities for creating content. And I just say, keep doing it, because along the way, you're going to meet somebody that's you're going to see eye to eye with, and who's going to make the kind of stuff that you want to work on. The media composer has been a major part of my career in the cutting room. Even from my infancy days, you know, there was always media composer, and I learned it on the job and got to know it better and better on every job. From the get-go, I found it very intuitive. I've been doing this, or been working in cutting rooms for 24 years now, and every single job I've had has been an Avid show. So it's been a big part of my career.